What's going on, traders? Welcome to Investing Trends, where we talk about the latest news and trades on trending stocks. From New York City, Happy New Year's, everyone. 2020 was the best comeback story for the stock market, and a lot of people made lots of money. The V-shaped recovery was incredible, and all thanks to the money printer Jay Powell. But I am just glad that 2020 is over, since a lot of tragedy has happened. Too many people passed away, and wish all of them to rest in peace. Millions of people also unemployed and living paycheck to paycheck. Just a lot of anxiety, uncertainty, and tragedy. It was a tough 2020, and wish everybody a wonderful 2021, and let's kick off the new year strong and hyped up as we have another full year of trading. That being said, welcome back to the Ark Invest series, where we track the trading activity of the popular ETF Ark Invest. To those new to the series, please check my past videos to understand why following Ark Invest is helpful and the composition of this report. This week was a rough week for Ark Invest, especially on Tuesday and Thursday, as we saw large drops in market value on the stocks that they are holding. First, following up on my last video about CRISPR Therapeutics, I want to thank you all for all the likes and comments, as there were a lot of good discussions and points made on the last video. And yes, I know that Ark Invest is an active fund where they buy and sell on a daily basis, about the 10% allocation, redistribution of investments, etc., etc. Those who have been watching this series from the start know that I'm a huge fan of Cathie, and I want to make it clear to investors out there that I'm not negative on CRISPR. It is in their top 5 holding, and it is a solid stock that is very promising. But I want to point out to you that at this point, the trend is negative, where ARK is selling shares and not buying any shares. And I personally don't feel comfortable buying shares at this time. I prefer to buy CRISPR when ARK is buying shares or holding shares and not selling it. Remember from the last video, CRISPR was ranked number 3 with $1.56 billion in market value. Today, CRISPR Therapeutics fell to rankings of number 4 behind another healthcare stock, Teladoc Health, and the market value declined to $1.41 billion. And check it out, guys. Ark Invest bought a bunch of shares, over 600,000 shares this week, whereas they kept selling shares of CRISPR. Again, not a single day where Ark Invest bought CRISPR shares. My thought is that it is overvalued and Cathie is looking to take some profits, so not the best time to buy shares yet. Teladoc, on the other hand, has been bought up every single day this past week, taking the number 3 ranking and $1.5 billion market value. Those of you who have been following this series and watched my video on December 13th are aware that the stock has been trending up, with Ark Invest consistently buying the stock, as I congratulate investors holding the stock because it reached the $1 billion valuation mark. And if you find this type of analysis useful, please subscribe and hit that like button so that I will know to continue making more videos like this one. Hope looking through these trades gives you some confidence or comfort in the shares you own. Pure Storage is still looking strong, with over 650,000 shares being bought this week. Editas Medicine still not looking good, as more selling went down this week. The amount of selling on Editas seems to be slowing down though. Lots and lots of buying of Chinese stock Baidu, with over 850,000 shares. The stock went up a whopping 14% just this week alone, and ARK is not profit taking but buying more shares. Going down the list, strong buying of Tencent and Zoom. Check it out, guys. ARK almost owns 6 million shares of Tencent, and they bought 1.5 million shares just this week. Plus, they bought shares every day as the stock performed very well. And those of you who have been following my series a while now knows about the Nintendo stock. On my past video, I announced that I'll be following Ark Invest in buying Nintendo stock, and I'm happy to update you that I am still up 20% on this trade. Ark continues to buy shares of Nintendo, which is giving me comfort on the shares I own, so let's continue to see how far this ride takes me. Regeneration, Roche, and Novartis are all healthcare-focused stocks that Ark Invest is aggressively buying shares. Trend on these 3 stocks are looking very good and may be good to be on your watch list. I will scroll to the right so you can check out the trades on these stocks here. Three stocks I want to call out on this section, but feel free to pause the video and see the daily activity on the other stocks you're interested in. A lot of big names such as Grayscale Bitcoin, Facebook, Ark Therapeutics, Apple, Netflix, Fastly, and more. So I'm watching their share purchase on Google, as it seems that Cathie Wood is using big names like Google to temporarily park their cash. This is why I am keeping an eye on this. Takeda Pharma. Ark Invest has been a strong buyer on this stock for a while, and for the first time in a while they sold shares on the 31st. Can't really say much with one day of trading, but it could be a potential start of them selling shares. Again, too early to say, and let's see how they trade Takeda next week. Ark Invest has been buying the dip on BABA shares as company faces regulatory risk from China. And I agree, if you're looking to hold BABA shares for long term, 10 years plus, it may be a good time for you to buy this dip. Let me give you some time and scroll to the right so you can check out the daily trades on these stocks along with any others you're interested in. Hope going through this report gives you new investment ideas, comfort on the stocks you already hold, or gets you to abandon ship on stocks you are concerned about. Similar to the past videos, this section of stocks Ark Invest has generally been buying shares. Adaptive Biotechnologies, Open Door Technologies, Codexis, Viva Systems, 10 Genomics, and more. It seems like Ark is looking to get more presence in these stocks, especially the Nano Dimension stock, ticker symbol NNDM. Pretty aggressive buying going on as they bought 3.9 million shares just this week, while their total holding is 8.5 million shares. Then a lot of Aqua Bounty shares were also being bought, with some sale in the last trading day selling 21,000 shares. Let me scroll to the right so you can check out the daily trades. Going down further, we see more buying activity here as well. Overall, all of these stocks are being picked up besides CrowdStrike Holding. Salesforce, Workday, Virgin Galactic, and Palantir are in my radar and on my watch list, so checking out their daily trades. Here, look at them yourself. There has been some selling of Palantir shares on Bloody Tuesday, but they bought it back on Thursday. Active trading at work. Buy, sell, buy, sell. Going down the list, Longview Acquisition. Ark Invest has been buying this stock left and right, and finally they sold some shares on the 31st. The question is whether this is a start of a selling trend or just active management where they will buy shares again this coming week. Too early to tell, and I'm not concerned just yet, but definitely something to keep an eye on this coming week. Neo Technologies, the electric scooter that we talked about in my previous video. Cathie Wood is still at it, buying up shares, and is still looking good. Evogene and ONVO, on the other hand, is not looking good as Ark is selling shares when the stock is down and not buying shares lately. Now, Exxon is another stock that I've been talking a lot on my series, that Ark Invest has been selling the stock and the trend is not looking very good. Looking back on my December 6th video update, Ark Invest has been holding 2.4 million shares with market value of $28.4 million. Today, they are only holding 1.5 million shares with a market value of $14.7 million. Again, investors who own Exxon, please be careful as it looks like Cathie Wood is done with this stock and is selling it off. Let me scroll to the right so you can check out the daily trades. Again, thank you for all the likes and support, and hope that this has been informative for you, as it's sure it is for me. I have made good money thanks to Cathie Wood and will continue to monitor her daily trading activity. Here's the last section. Not much to talk about here except for Magna, ticker symbol MGA, which was a new holding for Ark Invest. Relatively small position, but let's see how this evolves, as it could be a stock where it can jump from its current ranking of number 147 to the lowest of 100, as they are buying shares of the stock consistently. That's it for this video. Hope this gives you some more confidence in the stocks you're holding or gives you new stock ideas to buy. Let this be a guide to your investing needs and long-term investing to reach financial freedom. Please invest safely, subscribe to the channel, and hit that like button. I thank you, appreciate you, and see you next time.